Hey there, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Cast Iron and Cocktails, History with a Twist. Today we're going to be making bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. So, starts real simple. We got an 8-ounce block of cream cheese right here. We're going to open that up and toss that in our bowl here. You're going to want to let this sit out for about 30-45 minutes before you start making these. That's going to soften it up. It's going to make it a whole lot easier to mix everything together, and it's going to drop right out of your package right there. Got a bowl right here for all the trash. We got 4 ounces or a little over 4 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese here. This is a 50-50 blend. It's triple cheddar and extra sharp cheddar. We're going to toss that in there as well. And then you can omit this if you like, but this is a little bit of seasoning just to give it a little extra kick. It's chili powder, paprika, a little bit of cayenne pepper, some garlic powder, onion powder, and just a dash of MSG. And we're going to give that a little mix. So, interestingly enough, while it was in the 90s that jalapeno poppers kind of became a household name, and we can thank Anchor Foods for trademarking that and making it popular. They actually go back a little bit further than that. A lot of people will credit the chile relleno as the grandfather of the modern jalapeno popper. But believe it or not, you could even trace it a little further back to the 1920s to a Frenchman, interestingly, named Don Clement Jacques. He had an import company based out of Mexico, and he would actually sell canned jalapenos that were stuffed with cheese, or, believe it or not, you could find them with sardines, tuna, shrimp, snapper, really quite a variety there. But that is, to be believed, one of the earliest versions of the jalapeno popper, the stuffed jalapeno as we know them today. So, going to give it everything a real good mix there, make sure it's all nice and incorporated, and then we're going to set that off to the side here. Next, we're going to cut up our jalapenos. So we're going to throw on a glove here because I don't feel like having to scrub for an hour to make sure I got all the jalapeno juice off. I was also told that you've got to have the black gloves to be a food influencer. Now, when you cut them, I like to at least try and make sure that you cut the stem, at least a good portion of the stem, right in half. That'll give you a nice little handle for the jalapeno, like that. Take a little spoon. Again, we have our bowl right here ready for us. Scoop out the seeds. You can leave the seeds in there. You can actually take the seeds and mix them into this filling if you'd like. I'm taking them out because I don't know exactly how hot these jalapenos are going to be, and I don't want to hurt anybody. We got about 7 jalapenos already cut up here. Got a couple extra in reserve that I'm not going to chop up yet. They're pretty big, so I think all of our filling is going to fit into these 7. So you're going to take your filling there. You're just going to nestle it in there. You don't want to overfill them, and you also don't want to use too much of the shredded cheese when you're making these, because believe it or not, there is such thing as too much of a good thing, and if you put too much of that shredded cheese in here, it'll cause that filling to overflow. It'll bubble out, make a big mess on your grill, your oven, however it is that you plan on cooking these. Turns out that I actually calculated that just about exactly. We had just enough filling for all 7 of these jalapenos. So now comes the time to start wrapping them. We're going to use cooked bacon because it crisps up, in my opinion, a lot nicer than uncooked bacon, and without overcooking your jalapeno. Now, if you wanted to, right now, if you happen to have some, and we might do this for a later video, take a little bit of brisket and put it in there before you start wrapping in bacon, and then you would have what they call a Texas Twinkie. Believe me, it's as good as it sounds. You may have to use a toothpick on some of these, but you very well could just be able to press the ends of the bacon down into the jalapeno itself so it'll stick, and you can save those toothpicks for something else. All right, now we got all those stuffed and wrapped. It's time to take these bad boys out and put them on the smoker. I've got it rolling at 190 right now. They're going to go on there for about 20 minutes, get a little of that smoky flavor, and then we're going to crank the heat up, crisp this bacon up, probably about 20 minutes. So I'd take y'all outside to see it, but I started filming this about 2 hours ago, and I lost all my daylight. So we'll see you in a minute. Welcome back, final reveal of the night. Pulled these off about 10-15 minutes ago, let them cool because they are scorching hot. Like I said earlier, about 190 for 20 minutes to give them a little smoke. Crank it up to 400. You can skip all that. You can throw it straight in the oven, go with 400. You can throw it in the air fryer. Obviously, going to vary cooking time depending on how you use it. If you throw it in the air fryer, they're going to cook a whole lot faster. But oven, grill, around 400. You'd be looking about 25-35 minutes, depending on how you want them done. Wash them down with a nice margarita. This is our cast iron margarita. We'll do a video on that here shortly. But man, I already snuck one of these. They're fantastic. You can't go wrong with a jalapeno popper. Hope y'all enjoy, and hope to see y'all again. Cheers.